Dogs are our best friends and make excellent companions. When selecting a dog, there's many considerations to make. This is particularly true as we age ourselves. We have likely owned several dogs in our lifetime and familiar with taking care of the dog and some considerations when that dog ages and what sort of consider for their lifespan. As we age ourselves and we're picking new breeds, we need to consider ourselves what our own limitations and changing needs are. We may have been someone who always had very large, powerful dogs, or maybe we had very high energy dogs that required a lot of playing with and walking. And maybe those things aren't as practical for us anymore. So maybe we change the type of dog breeds than we've had over our lifetime. And although we may be very familiar with breeds that we had the same sort of breed, maybe we always had Labradors or Rottweilers, whatever that might be. But if you can look at different breeds, you need to do some research, and there's things to consider. There's different breeds come with different medical issues and different testing that needs required, and it's a different experience, different dogs. You need to look at what you want out of a dog. And once we settle on a breed, we need to do some research to find out what that is. So this video is all about animal selection. So let's have a look at that now. Greetings, my name is Rick Ward, and I'm a retirement coach and a transitional planner with Your Journey Transitions. Today I'm chatting with Andrew Beatty, a world-class dog judge, expert on dogs of all breeds, and a general animal enthusiast. Today we're going to be talking about selections of dogs, different breeds, things to consider, and do a bit of transitional planning, not only for as your dog would age, but basically what your needs are, and do some transitional planning around what sort of dog you'll have. The lifespans, some dogs only live 7 to 8 years, some will live 15 to 17 years. There's many different things to consider. So let's join that conversation with Andrew now. So today I have the pleasure of having my long-term friend Andrew here, who is my go-to guy when it comes to animals for the pets, particularly my dog and my chickens. And so we'll just have a bit of chat with Andrew. We talk about different issues to be facing. So to start off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Andrew, and how you come about, what your experience with animals is?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be involved in a family that showed dogs. I took that up and been lucky enough to qualify as an all breeds judge and judge around the world. Breeds that I'm mainly interested are Borzoi, Russian Wolfhounds and Whippets, and fortunate enough to still have some of those in my backyard. And I still show dogs with my parents.
I wanted a short-haired dog so it doesn't shed, but she sheds terribly.
So that's because you didn't do your research about short-haired dogs.
My wife and son went out shopping and come back with a dog.
Well, that seems to be the common problem. Us purebred dog breeders said, do some research, make sure they've got all the checks done, and that's one of the issues they've got these days, is that people complain about purebred dogs. So the issue is at least get somebody who's done the checks. If you've got breeds that have issues with hip dysplasia or other concerns, find someone who's done the checks. Then you've got a better chance of getting a dog that's going to last you longer and healthier. And that's the issue. I mean, you don't want a poor dog you bought and 3 or 4 years old, it's dragging itself around, because the future isn't good.
Do you think there's, let's start with our just retiring, we're that 55, 65. Is there a breed of dog that works good for that? And is there some breed of dog that's good for the 75 plus?
I think it's like, is there a particular woman we like to look at? I think we've got to look at if it likes you and you like it and there's a reason you want it, there's a greater chance you'll look after it better. Sometimes people, I look at some people's dogs and I wouldn't have them. Little dogs that bark a lot, no way. I just don't like the barking, so that's me. But some people love the terriers. If you take it for a walk, they're into the bush, they might chase the odd cat, which may or may not be a good thing, but them kind of things go on. I mean, I think you've got to look at it when you get older. I think, are you physically able to walk some of the giant breeds or get out of their way? Like we're talking about the falls before, that's my concern. And easy care. I think, unless you're going to pay for someone to come and groom some of your smaller dogs with large coats, they're not that easy to look after as far as their coat. There's a lot of work. And I don't see the point of buying a coated dog if you're going to shave it off. It seems to contradict what it's about, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I find that quite strange too about the breed. I like a small dog because I've always liked a dog to sit on my lap, watch TV, get a stroke and de-stress type thing. And I worry about the big dogs knocking over little kids, but then again I got to start thinking about knocking me over. My balance starts to be an issue.
Might be. I mean, dogs get infections of the ears. Hardly anyone checks their ears, especially if you've got breeds like Cocker Spaniels and that got hair down their ears. you've got more issues with that. And you should be aware of that when you get that breed. There should be some treatments you're doing regularly.
Again, doing your research on the breed before you buy it, or even if you've already got one, someone's given you a puppy, get on there and research what are some of the health issues and stuff.
Almost like the old Aussie farmer who wants to come back to his suburban house and have his Australian cattle dog or his Kelpie. I mean, cattle dogs, temperament can be a mixed bag, and Kelpies, they like to run around for a while. So, I mean, you've got to address what size backyard have you got? How old's the dog? Are you going to be able to walk it? Stuff like that. And be honest with yourself. I mean, we all slow down. What can you do? Talk about the variety of dogs. Go and have a look at them. Go check them out. What do you want a dog to do for you? I mean, and you look at some of the older people, what they've come from, the dogs they've had before. I mean, how many families have you seen have generation of Labradors? Because they love them.
Yeah.
That's great. But is a Labrador too big for you at the end of the day? That's another thing. But Labradors, you mean Golden Retrievers, there's a whole pile of different breeds that you can look at. But the other thing I recommend is when you're looking at getting a dog, check the parenthood, check that it's had all its shots, and check that it has its checks. I mean, the issues, some of these dogs have got issues that need to be genetically tested before they're sold.
So you mean health checks?
Yeah, no, physical checks. I mean, the issues, you get blood tests and bone scans. I mean, you get some of that HD, what numbers are HD clear, hip dysplasia clear. If you're getting a German Shepherd, you want that. And you got dogs with eye diseases. Make sure you know what diseases the breed have got. So when you go to buy one, have they been checked for that? If not, don't buy it. It's a lot of issues. And I always find it interesting, these designer dogs. Well, I haven't heard these designer dogs don't get them, but I haven't heard many designer dogs get the checks. So, whatever dog you get the checks. I suppose the interesting thing, when we used to buy dogs, we used to go in the country and buy a dog. They worked them. So unfortunately, the working sorted them out. You wouldn't have had dogs with many issues that were working either on the farm hunting or doing the gun dog thing. So the people that use them, you probably check out their fitness to survive. Where these days, we can breed dog A to dog B. Dog A doesn't get off its bum, and dog B's got issues, but we can breed them and sell them. They still look lovely pups.
I see that there's like those French bulldogs or whatever. They're very popular, but they've been bred in a way they've all kinds of health issues.
That's it. You go have a look, and then on the other side, you get some lines of French bulldogs that people have worked hard to get a dog that's basically fit. It doesn't get. It still has, and they still get them, but not as much.
So you can test for that. You can take them to the vet.
There's certain tests and certain breeds have that are to be tested. I mean, you get some dogs that have what they call a blue merle colour. They get things like spina bifida as a result of the merling in their genes. So all sorts of stuff like that happens. And you've just got to say, what has this dog been tested? And if you can see the parents, sometimes it's hard to see both parents, because sometimes in this day and age you might have used a dog from somewhere else, or they are using artificial insemination, stuff like that. But have a look at how the mother is. You usually get the mother's usually there. Have a look. Have a look at the other dogs there. If there's other pups, have a look at them. They all look good. Are their coats good? Are their eyes good? Have they had the shots? Do they look happy? Start off with the basics, but if you're paying, and let's face it, dogs aren't cheap anymore.
No, I mean, even for your mixed breeds at the pet shop, you know, like $700,000 you pay for these dogs.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you've got a lot of breeds that are getting rarer and rarer, and as restrictions get more and more, these dogs are going to get rarer and rarer and going to cost you more. I mean, my dad's got a Scotty, bred a Scotty, and we put an ad in, and we had like 25 emails. They just can't get them. I mean, because of their issues. Obviously, they've got issues as well. With, sometimes they struggle with the size of their head or whatever. So there's birthing issues. It's finding the dog that suits you, but it's finding that out. But go and have a look and think about what the dog is going to do for you. But that's it. I mean, there's good dogs in all breeds. I mean, I think where people get lost in it. I mean, you look at some of the bloodhounds and that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff with them, and some people love them. If they love them, it's all good.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed those insights of Andrew's. Key points of this video is to always consider, what do you want in a dog? Be honest with yourself about your capabilities. Can you still handle a large breed? What's going to suit your current and future needs? There are good dogs in all breeds, but each breed can bring its own genetic defects and health issues that are unique to that breed. So you need to do your research. Get health checks regularly. I hope you found that helpful, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. This video was created from excerpts from a much longer video entitled Aging with Your Pet. If you haven't seen that yet and you're interested in this sort of content, I would check that out. Also, if you're looking for some transitional planning for yourself as we age through our retirement years and to get some helpful hints on active aging and getting the most out of your lifestyle in retirement, I also recommend that you would subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I release new content. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course my website, www.yourjourneytransitions.com. So until next time, this is Rick Ward, your guide through retirement stages, wishing you an extraordinary retirement.
This is like a cocoon.
What comes out of a cocoon?
Butterflies.
Are butterflies beautiful?
Yeah.